said you wanna play your game. You dealt me in, I said I'll pick it up, it's all the same. But don't follow all the rules. I know you don't, you change day by day. Hardly seems that fair. How can anybody understand? How can anybody win? 8 points later, I thought it was about time we hit the finish line. 8 points later, I wasn't winning at all, I was just further behind. You played your hand, that showed my cards. I took my talks right from your heart. I laid them down before your eyes. Game over, blow the whistle, we're out of time. Come on, baby, it's your turn, a time to play. What are you scared of? Why do you keep running away? Come on, just show your hand. Do you even wanna play? It was your idea. You hardly seem to care. Why do you expect me to wanna stay? How can anybody win? 8 points later, I thought it was about time we hit the finish line. 8 points later, I wasn't winning at all, I was just further behind. You played your hand, that showed my cards. I took my talks right from your heart. I laid them down before your eyes. Game over, blow the whistle, we're out of time. You're just using me for fun, to take the win, and then we're done. I thought I meant a little more. Don't wanna play no more. Come on, boy, tag me out. 8 points later. 8 points later. 8 points later. 8 points later. 8 points later, I thought it was about time we hit the finish line. 8 points later, I wasn't winning at all, I was just further behind. You played your hand, I showed my cards. I took my towels right from my heart. You laid them down before my eyes. Game over, blow the whistle, we're out of time.
Oh man, how's it everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pidgin. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And just before we went on, we had the Mene Hune tech attack from hell.
The Menehune hype train.
That was, I couldn't believe, cameras started dropping out, mics stopped working, and we got that opening
Echo?
video. Yeah, the Echo Monster attack. But anyway, everybody, guess what? We went persevere.
Boom.
And James had the best line. I said, man, can you believe everything that's going? And James says, just own it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yep. It happens.
It happens. Yeah, I know. So also, I'm sorry I wasn't able to clickanize too many people, as they were, coming in. Usually we do that, but I was playing whack-a-mole with the Menehunes, So anyway, here's Steven saying, hey, how's it, Andy? Hey, party on the Aloha Hamajang Gangies. That's right, party on. Alan, thank you much. I saw that you were first, but I didn't get there. Whew. Woo, Butterfingers today. No, it wasn't my fault. I promise you that. I had James going, no, push that button. Okay, grab this. But guess what? We made it.
Yes, and we are on.
And I am so glad because we have a special guest, Dr. Russell Masunaga, who's the dentist to me and James. He's our dentist. I know. And he's a longtime friend of mine. We go way back, playing chess. And remember the old smoking cigar days? We used to do that together. We'd go to those little clubs that they closed because everybody hated the smoke coming around. Hey, Jerry, how's it? Jerry Pena from Las Vegas. Oop, I never clickanize you good enough. How's it, Jerry? Rocking your colors right there. Legit biscuit. Hey, how's it? What is that? What flag is that? Or you?
Tonga or Tonga.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That our Toko cousins from Tonga.
There you go. Legit biscuit. Hey, how's your brother, James? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, I. What is that? What am I saying?
I guess that's like reggae-ish. Like,
Oh, reggae.
yeah. Local kind. Like remember we were talking about the old school Pidgin and the new school Pidgin. So
Oh, that could be it. Ni hao. Hey, how you ni hao? How you ni hao you ni hao you? Okay, there we go.
yeah. The funny thing is I met Dr. Masunaga through you because he had the best gift prize at a comedy show contest ever. It was at
What was that?
Dragon Upstairs. It was
Yes.
your prize that you would give away. Everybody's like, why is he giving away this as a prize? The steak knives.
Oh, the steak knives. Oh, that's right. We gave the steak knife. So, but how, did you just met him there, or
That's where I met him. Was through you at the. He would come to those shows.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, we could carpool it the next time we need an appointment. What do you think? Our Christian faith. In fact, I tell you what, let's bring Doc in and we can introduce him to the Hamajang gang before we make Doc in TV. What say ye?
Yeah, we go try.
Look at this. He's got his fingers crossed because when I push this button, if we don't see Doc Masunaga's smiling face, that's it.
Hiya, Mr. Flintstone.
Oh, my goodness. See what I'm happening? See what I mean?
It was the woodpecker.
Yes.
Menehune.
Menehune. How's it, Doc? How you, bro?
Oh, I'm good, Andy and James. It's been a while since I've done some public stuff, so this is really great. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. No, but when you say done public stuff, how long were you doing Tooth Talk on the radio?
24 years, I guess. 25 years, something like that.
This is nothing. I was on that show, entertaining show, and I remember people saying, you're going to do a show about dentistry? How much pushback did you get?
No. I thought when I started it, I said, there's a lot of times when people think about dentists, they don't think that we're like real people. You walk in and there's a guy with a white coat and then he's going to give you a shot and do something and then he disappears for the next 6 months. Yeah. And so I started Tooth Talk really thinking about, well, what if we had a 40-foot pole and then people could just call in first with a question because dental phobia is real. There are people who they suffer from dental. We call it dental phobia, but really what it is, it's post-traumatic dental disorder. And I'm not.
You're not kidding.
I'm not joking.
Hey, Michi Mama wants to know: was Dr. Masunaga on the same station as the auto guy George Nitta?
George, yeah, that was KGU. Those are KGU days and stuff. Oh. Yeah, that was. But Andy, I remember when we first met. Yeah. We first met at the Kahala Hotel in a restaurant. And I recognized you, and I walked up. I said, "Hey, how about doing some public relation announcements for the Hawaii Dental Association?" And then you came up with this great Al Moeller. You wore a costume and everything. And you said things like better take care of us because we've grown kind of attached to each other. So take care of me.
Those were great spots.
Oh no, we won an award for that spot. We won a
Wow, we should. Hey, you know what?
award. I forgot.
We're gonna rehash all of this when we come back and talk on television, because this is stuff that and the Hamajang gang knows that when they're watching this part, this is backstage.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Before we do the TV show, so we're gonna revisit everything you just talked about. In fact, I may just rewind
Okay.
and play it. No, I wouldn't do that. But that was good stuff. But you know what? Just proving, that how entertaining Tooth Talk was. Well, it must have been. It lasted 26 years.
Yeah. I had a lot of good sponsors and stuff, and it was not a commercial for me or anything like that. It was
Yeah.
really about dentistry, taking it to the people. And this was before Google and internet and all that stuff. So I would get questions like, what's a root canal? Is whitening damaging to the teeth? Relatively simple questions. But then once the internet started, it got a little bit weird. People were like, they were
Well,
like
I'll tell you
asking
what,
me like
we're
strange
gonna ask-
questions.
We're going to ask the Hamajang gang, and that's what we call the chat. We're going to ask the Hamajang gang to start loading up your dentistry questions, okay? So when we come on television, then we can put them on the bottom of the screen. Can you see this? Like when I put Nani Aloha's, can you see that on the bottom of the screen there? Russ?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
even if you have to put your glasses on to check them out so you can read it, because I got to tell you here, I'll throw another one on there. And here's Stephen. Music is life. You got that right. And he was talking. Lono made a comment here, right here. It says, Stephen, whoo, Johnny Kim's dad. I don't know what they're talking about, but it sounds like a private conversation. Just talk among yourself. Hanakaulani Creations. Hey, aloha, Andy and James. Yeah, okay. So when those come up, here, Stephen A says, how's it, Andy? How come you guys keep sending these Pineapple Express atmospheric rivers here to California from the islands? We are drowning, brah. I am building an ark. Love your channel. Oh, thank you so much, Steve A. And here's Ellen saying, aloha, doc. There we go. So, Hamajang
aloha.
gang, get your dentistry questions ready, and they don't have to be specifically medical. They can be about, hey, what do dentists do when they're not, working? I mean, because again, they're real people. I attest to that. Kenny Roberts. Andy, a long time no see. Just stopped by before work. Maui Coast Hotel. Mahalo, brother. That's Kenny Roberts. He's a musician with Kavika Ortiz on Maui, and he checks in every once in a while. But brother, get job now. So, and here's Music is Live saying, how's it to Kenny? All right, gang. So you want to do some TV?
Before we go, why don't we say hello to our friends?
Who's that? You mean Doc Bailey Crane and Equipment?
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah. We have sponsors. You were talking about sponsors, Russ. We have, we may have 3 sponsors here coming up. We have Doc Bailey Crane and Equipment, right, in Las Vegas, Guam, California, specifically Oakland. And Hawaii, if you want to rent or train or fix, whatever, he does them all. And then we have, there you go. And we have Aloha Kia. I'm in the spots that we run here on the show.
And I saw it.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, my good friend Bill Vanderherk did those. He's, hey, I know a guy. Bill and I go back 20 years. And then TNT Tinting. And they said, I'd love to be on. You're going to love this one, Russ. They said, Andy, we'd love to put our commercial on your show, but another station made it, and they won't allow us to show it on your station because they made it for free. Smart move on that station's part, right? So, so the channel we're on, the owner said, hey, if you'll tint my car, I'll go down there and make them one. So guess what? TNT is going to tint the owners of that station's car in exchange. And then when that happens, we'll have my friend Tommy Silva running a spot here.
Nice.
Wow. This really is backstage, huh?
Oh, this
Yeah.
is to the max, to the max. And you know the thing about it is, I don't know what you sold yours for, but you know we're asking for like $500, and you get 540 commercials for that. Because I'm serious, because it runs, you know what? 7 o'clock, and then 7 a.m. the next day, then 12 noon, and then 12 a.m. and in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So people are going, really?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, because you know we're not that popular. And people go, what? Why are the spots so cheap? Evidently, you've never seen the show. But again, this is all the backstage part.
Yeah.
Here, okay.
Yeah.
Now
Hey,
we go TV.
Mondo Cane Pineapple Jam Maui. Chee-hoo! Gotta say them right. I give them the correct pronunciation.
Mondo Cane.
Mondo Cane, wasn't that like a really weird movie years and years ago? Am I showing my age?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
I
Do you
don't
remember?
remember the
You don't
movie.
remember
Nah.
that? It was like this weird old movie, Mondo Cane.
But now I might look it up.
You will look it up. You look everything up. Oh, by the way, let me show you my text cam. I guess. Check this. Oh no. Oh, there. Look. See, this is all the people in the chat, Russ. When people chat,
wow.
this is what it looks like. And then you take, for instance, music is life right there. If I click on them right there, if I click on them, right, that's how I bring the comments on the screen. Okay, so we'll show that in the first episode. So in this first episode, we're gonna
Segment.
Yep. In this first segment, we're going to talk about. I forgot what he was saying. So many interesting things.
Well, you know, you're as far as I'm concerned, Andy, you're like the genius when it comes to like all the computer mobiles. I gave up about like 10 years ago. I just like
The tech
somebody under 20, between 20 and 30, please handle this for me. You know,
Well,
I can't do it. Even getting ready for this show here, I had to go buy an earphone and get it. If I show you my tripod thing, it's a Capri Box Sun with cookies, a little rubber thing holding my camera up very precariously, but I think it's okay.
you know what? You
40
don't have to
minutes.
feel bad. They were interviewing Bill Gates of all people one time, and when they pulled back the camera, he had his camera on a pile of books in some kind of box, and it just. I'm like, what? Yeah. And by the way, the reason I wanted you to be able to turn your phone sideways is so when we go to this shot, you feel the
there
whole
we go.
shot. You see what I'm saying? It looks way
Yeah.
better. Okay.
It's my
so-
kitchen. All right.
So chill for about 8 minutes. He and I are going to do the first segment, and then
Got it.
for 8 minutes, and then we'll be back and we'll talk to the internet a little more, and then do your first segment.
All right. I'm set, man.
Okay, good. So now we go. Let's see. Oh,
title sequence.
yeah. I can just hit it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
click time first.
Oh yeah, hit time first. Thank you, James. Man, I gotta tell you, you are the best. Okay.
That's why I bring the notebook.
Click this, and then.
Hey, how's it? Like a full-time job.
Yeah. Good thing neither of us are working.
And then tell me what you have. It's so funny.
How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pidgin. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And you are watching a television show that I always mention we edit out of a live broadcast, okay? An internet show, yes, that's why you see podcast up there, okay? So every once in a while, you may see me click-on-eye somebody in the chat, and you'll see that chat show up on screen, like right here. Nani Aloha saying, hey, welcome in. You know what? Let me go to this so I don't have our names up there. So when Darlene S says, that's how I do it, Mad Statter, right there. Now, what they were talking about is only up to you, okay? Because on the live internet side, we have what we call a chat, and we call everyone in the chat.
The Hamajang Gang.
And they look like this right here. See that? Now here's medium 7-Up. Hey, Boston, Massachusetts, coming in hot right there. How are you? And there's Love Pat Pat just giving one simple, how's it? Right? And here's Ellen saying, Andy and James, nice shirt.
Thank you.
Hana Kaulani has a question for Doc. Okay, we'll hold that question right up here as soon as we bring him in on the next segment. But I'll tell you what, Hani Kaulani, I'll save that and then we'll come back to it, okay? So don't go away. If you have a question for our special guest, Dr. Russell Masunaga, he's a dentist. He is our dentist, in fact, right? My dentist and James's dentist.
Yes.
But if you have dentistry questions, start queuing them up. And in the next segment, we'll bring in Russ, and he will do his very best to answer those questions, right? Ooh, check out them Aloha shirts. That's right, Mr. Turtle.
Yeah. So those of you on TV that want to jump into our chat room, we do this every 3 p.m., every weekday, Hawaii Standard Time.
3 p.m.
Yeah. Join the Hemajang Gang just by chatting with the people in the Hemajang Gang.
That's right.
We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Yeah, and actually it's 8 platforms because, you know, a number of them are Facebook and a number of them are YouTube. We're all over the place because we cannot find one home.
So join us, please.
Hey, smart girlie, aloha. How's it from Paua? Aloha. No, I think I have a video that goes through there actually at one time. Whew. Okay, I'm saving your question. Namaste Zen. Okay, I'm starring these questions, and when we bring Doc in, he has a question there for Doc. Okay, and again, no shame, and it doesn't have to be about necessarily medical stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? What's the average age of a dentist? You know, how often do they retire, and normally when? It can be any kind.
Yeah. What are dentist parties really like?
Yeah. Well, maybe you might not get the answer to that one because I've been to a few of Russell's parties. Hey, how's it? Waxahachie, Texas. Am I saying that right?
That sounds right to me.
Okay. Ooh, listen. Oh, here, and Michi Mama says, when I was in elementary school, my dentist would hand me the button, and I had to press it when he said so. That controlled the drilling, which he did without anesthetic.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Michi Mama, guess what? Things have changed a little since then.
Small.
Yeah, I know you hear Russell off camera here, but I have his mic up and he just, my God. Right. I know they didn't make a movie about that, did they, with Steve Martin? Aloha from Seattle, grinding mac salad and L&L soul. Oh, no. Woo-hoo. Michael, how's it? Kennebec.
Michael Kennebec is a friend of mine. Former, I think he's retired city bus driver.
Is that right?
Yeah, and also Santa Claus at Ala Moana Shopping Center for like over 20 years.
Well, let's look at that avatar again then and make. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And look, he's rehearsing. He's got that.
One of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah, there we go. Look at this. Woo, Kenny Roberts saying, how's it to Doc Masunaga right there. Oh, my first dentist used to smoke while working on us. Times sure have changed, huh? I can't go.
Maybe the ashes help with numbing of the gums or something.
I don't know. I couldn't believe it. How do you do? What do you drill a hole in the mask or something? You know. Here. My ex was a dentist. I had to run. Oh, yes, look, Michael says, yes, I am retired.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Not from Santa Claus, I hope.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's I don't know how many years that you can do it, and then the union maybe jumps in and says, hey, we have some other elves that want to step up and get promoted to Santa. I don't know.
But what do they call that when you have seniority? What about seniority?
I guess you eventually age out, though, right? I mean...
Right.
You can only go out in the middle of the night once a year when freezing cold and breaking into people's houses and leave gifts for people, right? I mean, eventually that becomes...
And I'm sure he at one point said, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you light my cigarette tonight? I remember when I was a kid, dentists didn't wear a mask or gloves when working on us. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm gonna save that question because when Russ comes on, he has got to comment on that. Johnny Rocks Hollywood with another avatar. He changes it daily.
Yes.
No, aloha from Safeway, Baratania.
Oh,
Man, how did you get in?
I know.
And you know what? Hey, do me a favor, Johnny Rocks. Go check the price of milk for us, okay? Yeah, I'm serious, okay? Johnny, go check the price of milk and let us know. And right there. Who? Masunaga? What's this here? Kenny has a question. Yeah, okay. Here, I'll be saving your question, Kenny.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're coming to the end of this segment. We'll be right back with more of the Daily Pigeon Live.
Yes.
And our dentist,
Dr.
Russell Masunaga. But I still have 22 minutes to kill. And in this industry, 22 minutes, 22 seconds, which is now 14 seconds. And in this industry, 14 seconds is a career. We'll be right back with Dr. Russ Masunaga after this. What a day.
Boom.
Okay, now let's see if Mo'ocam works. Bang! No, it's not going to work.
Well, at least we got the purple.
Yeah, we got the purple.
Yeah. We got we are looking at an X-ray of
You know what? I'm
Barney.
going to try to fix it. I'm going to throw you on camera, okay?
All right.
And you be entertaining, and I'm going to try to fix that darn camera. Hold on.
Okay, so
I got to
today,
have it because the back slate is a whole...
It helps you all the time.
It's really helpful,
Okay.
you know? Okay.
I'll tell you guys about my day, which was pretty hectic. Our cat went missing.
What?
Yes.
No.
So I was telling you, I think Mom, she likes to go and sweep up, and so she opens the door and then probably didn't see that our cat Xena, the warrior kitty, got out. So my daughter, who's visiting from spring break, is like, she comes home and she's like, I come home and Kitty's missing. It's like, maybe you shouldn't have came and she wouldn't have gone missing.
No, you did not say that to your daughter.
I say things like that all the time too.
What are you, a comic?
Or a bad dad.
You're a bad dad. But that's why the cat left.
But like later on, cat showed up. So, but it was all I could think about all day.
One question.
Sure.
When the cat showed up, was it hungover?
No, but its feet was dirty. And that was a big issue with my daughter.
Big issue.
She said, "Why didn't you guys clean her feet?" I was like, "It's a cat."
Cat, because they got those sharp toenails gone flying.
It's a cat. They cleaned their own feet. Let's just wait a little while. It's like,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's funny.
Okay, Doc, you sure you haven't
Yes, ma'am.
changed your mind
Sir.
about being on this show?
No, I'm sure. I'll just patiently sit. We'll get through this. It'll be great.
Okay.
he's the official dentist of the Daily Pigeon.
He, you know what? He is the official dentist. I hadn't thought about
Hey.
that. What?
Well, I'm glad you guys have nice looking teeth. Okay, so that's great because I have some patients with Daily Pigeon where it's like they don't have this tooth, they don't.
Oh,
have
they're
this
just
tooth.
not missing. Yeah.
I actually smile like this to hide that. It was an almond roca injury,
You know what? An almond roke. Oh, the cat was hungry. Came back. Oh, that's right.
pretty much.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Done. Okay. Oh, look, Johnny. Did he give us an update on the?
No, how much does it cost, Johnny?
Look at this, and Johnny goes, Russell. Do you know Johnny? You
Yeah.
know Johnny Rocks Hollywood, of course you do.
Yeah, Johnny's my patient too.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah.
well, that makes you dentist of the stars.
Oh,
Yeah, people have called me that before, and I'm all like, "Who are you talking about?"
Yeah, Johnny, I can't. I'm way too busy to do this. Okay, Johnny. He says I sent you pictures. Check your DMs. I've got 8 inboxes. I don't know what I just
if you could just type numbers,
Just
that
type
would
a
be
number.
awesome. That would help a lot.
Yeah, really. Johnny says, thanks for the Botox. Oh, okay.
Hey.
Let's bring back. I'm sure I have enough. James isn't doing much. Is he just sitting there
How
looking
dare
pretty?
he?
Oh yeah.
How dare he?
There he goes. Just checked in Seattle, Mad Statter says, and a gallon of 2% cost $2.89.
Wow.
Oh my God, how
I think
cheap.
what was that like 1985 prices?
You have kids, right, Doc? What are you paying for milk?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Johnny
It's
typed
about
it in.
Go ahead.
it's about $6
Seven
for
forty
not a
nine.
gallon. Yeah, yeah. I buy a smaller bottle though because my fridge is kind of small, so I can't handle that big bottle thingy. So we bought a
I
smaller one, and it's like $6.
Wow.
Right. Look, gallon of milk in Orange County, $3.89. Ooh, there's a sale on lactose-free milk. Yeah, it's called water.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the first segment with Doc. So we
Yeah. El doctor.
okay. So I'm gonna just do this, and this is the first segment with Doc. Okay, get settled. Okay.
I'm really just looking at the corner of my phone. It's like I look over there. That's like,
Yeah,
oh,
no, don't dig on your bad self. That's a big mistake. Okay, so I'm leaving this purple up. Usually there's a camera that we can see, but you know what? I'm gonna try just one thing before we do this. Okay, camera, hold on. It's not there. Yeah, FaceTime guest. No, it just decided it's gonna be on strike today. Okay, forget it. Here we go. Go here and come back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And we have a special guest, our dentist. And when I say our, I'm talking about mine, James Money, and Johnny Rocks Hollywood, who's in the chat right now. A definite Hamel Janger. So let's bring him on before I space anything else out. Please help me welcome Dr. Russell Masunaga. How's it, Doc?
Hey, aloha.
Aloha no.
How's everybody?
Good. Thank you.
Hey, before we brought you on, I asked the Hamajang Gang, which is what we call our chat, to ask some questions about dentistry. Okay, so do your best to answer them. We don't expect you to be Yoda of dentistry, but here's one. Come on, are you serious about this? He says, how important is flossing? What?
Like they're going to expect him to say, not that important at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can I answer the question?
Yep.
Of course.
Okay. No, flossing is more important than brushing. It really is. If you floss your teeth properly, you almost don't need to brush. You just floss your teeth and then rinse it out without brushing your teeth. If you had to pick one or the other, I would say floss, don't brush. I mean, if you have to do both of them, then of course you should do one and then the other. Here's an interesting question. People always ask, do I floss first or brush first?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So long as you're flossing and brushing,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. If you have serious gum disease, what we call gum disease, sometimes some periodontists will say, oh, you're pushing it into the deeper in the gum. It's not really true, because the procedures that have to be done once it gets to be a certain point too deep. But anyway, that's getting too technical. But brush and floss, but floss first.
Okay, here we go. This is Hana Kaulani says, can we reverse tooth enamel erosion?
Good question.
Answer is yes. There are some toothpaste now out that are remineralization toothpaste, but they don't really work great. In other words, they work on very small lesions. It's sort of like when you bump your car and somebody says, can I buff it out? Or do I need to replace the whole panel? If you have to replace the whole panel, it's not going to help to have this remineralization toothpaste. But if it's just a little scratch or something like that, use the toothpaste, and your cavity should slowly over time, maybe 6 months to a year, kind of go away. It'll still be
Okay.
discolored if it's black or something like that, but the remineralizations will actually harden up in those areas.
Here's a Kenny Roberts coming in from Maui, and he says, uh, "Are there? How do you feel about implants? Are they worth the price? Only asking because they are very expensive."
Yeah, I mean, I've been practicing for like 30 something years now. And
Yeah.
so I've gone up and down in this kind of decision. Right now, there's one of the things that worries me is and I'm not trying to make any bad thing. I'm not trying to say anything negative here, but there's something called mini implants that are out now. You've probably seen commercials for it where
Mini?
it's like a mini implant and you can get it done. And these are relatively inexpensive um, compared to the standard implant. So you're looking, when you're doing an implant case, you're looking at basically $6,000 a tooth.
What?
That's so, yeah,
Wow.
it's expensive. If you look at the mini implant, the cost is almost half that. But the mini implants, in my opinion, don't work necessarily as well as the standard implant. In other words, mini implants have been shown to like break. So you're spending, instead of $6,000 on a tooth, you're spending maybe $3,000 on a tooth, but then it breaks. And then now what? Now you got to go
And
back
now
in, and they have
what?
to actually,
Yeah.
yeah. So you have
Here,
to go back
Corey.
in, take out the mini implant, put a standard one in, and now you're up to $9,000 that you just paid for that tooth. So
Corey
in terms
Titteman.
of implants, it's
Corey Titteman has a funny line here. He says, "Flossing prevents insanity. Ever get a popcorn stuck in your teeth? Floss them out. Sanity restored." There you go.
Chicken,
Okay.
we,
chicken too.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
here's one. Frank Martinez says, rear teeth need to be removed at 62. I don't. What does that mean? Whoa, I blew it.
I'm not entirely sure what that meant.
Probably
I
a
will share.
wisdom tooth. Is that a wisdom tooth thing where at certain
Well,
age? Go
Well,
ahead.
yeah. So let me share this story with you. This was when I was back at UCLA,
Yeah.
and one of the professors put up this big X-ray, and it was somebody's whole mouth, upper and lower jaws, and all the teeth were missing except for there was one wisdom tooth still in there, and it was like impacted. It was like down under the bone and stuff. And we were all dental students, and so he asked the student body, "What do you do?" And then half the student body says, "Take it out." But then the other half of the student body said, "Well, he's like 92 years old. Why take it out?" And so, in my opinion, if you're older and the tooth needs to come out for some dental disease problem, then of course it should come out. But
Yeah.
if it's like a wisdom tooth and you're just, you showed up at a different clinic or something like that, you don't always have to take out the wisdom teeth if they're coming in properly, or if they're like submerged and all the other teeth are gone from around it, then the wisdom teeth doesn't cause the problems that we take out wisdom teeth for. I know
Okay.
that sounds confusing, but
Yeah. It
it,
does.
it's one of those.
Okay.
It's like,
Here's another question. I don't mean to cut you off, but I know how you live and dream. You live this,
oh
so
yeah,
you could go on and. But here, medium 7 Up says, "What's the biggest new fad in dentistry?"
that is hard to say. I'm going to say one of the things that's really great is what I see them on TV, and I used to sell a lot of these little whitening sponges. So it's like an instant whitening. I mean, when the first time I saw it, I was amazed. They
Wow.
took out a little Q-tip, a little
Yeah.
spongy thing, brushed their teeth with it, just like rub, 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 and the tooth went up like two shades, and I was just like, whoa, that's like
Wow.
magic. Because before in dentistry, we wanted things to, when a dentist tends to want to have things permanent. In other words, I'm going to put a crown on you and it's going to be in there forever. That kind
Yeah.
of mentality is what we're thinking.
Sure.
But when it comes to whitening, dentistry through the 80s and 90s was thinking the same thing. We're going to whiten the teeth. It's going to cost you like $500, but it'll be white for a long time. But then
Yeah.
what happened was people would start getting super sensitivity to that kind of treatment, that intense treatment. And
Okay.
so Yeah, and so one of the things that we do now is these little mini power swaps, whitens really quick. It's done. It's great. I think that's the newest fad.
We're going to be right back with more of Dr. Russell Masunaga, dentist, after this. So interesting.
Thanks, Andy.
Boom.
Okay, breathe.
I know. Take a breath.
I know, man. Well, I mean, I used to do Tooth Talk for an hour, and
Yeah.
it was like I used to have like 20 calls an hour, filled my schedule, and then we're not on the air right now, right?
No.
we are?
Well, we're
Oh, okay.
still live.
We're still podcasting.
Still
Oh,
podcasting.
okay.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
anything. Yeah.
Well-
don't give any phone numbers out. And you know what though?
No.
I'm. You know what? Do give your phone number to your office if someone wants to call and make an appointment. You're in Kalihi. You know, I've been going to you for got to be over 20 years now, right, Ross?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Since
something like
since
that.
Yeah, I have that
who
little
has a
award.
question?
It has the date on it, like 1993 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what award it was for, but it was a one of those big awards. It's not a Grammy; it was a local thing, but it was like super cool.
Hano.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, for
I-
TV productions and stuff. But I mean, that's one of the reasons why your advertising is so cheap now. It's just that, in my experience, there was just this explosion of media. I mean, we went from radio, TV, newspaper to, bam, internet, and 1,000 channels with 24 an hour. I mean, it was just like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know whether I should do a show like you're doing right now, which is great. Tooth Talk was, of course, on radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to get like 20 calls a day, but once the internet started, I'd only get like maybe 5 and stuff. So then I started to learn how to talk like this, where I
But
just
you know
keep
what?
going.
But you know what? The upside of the proliferation of media is the other day we brought attention to some teachers that have low salaries and the
absolutely.
need for new teachers and all that stuff. And that organization saw it, clipped it, and put it on a number of their sites in appreciation because where are they going to get that news shot from us? I mean, from wherever it was.
It was from on Instagram. It's HCAN Speaks, Hawaii's Children Action Network Speaks.
There you go.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
on Instagram and Facebook. So give them
Yeah,
the
but
support.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, but
So
like
this will
you
be
guys,
this will be segment 3 coming up, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go right to it because I have these questions and Nani. Yeah, I appreciate you pointing out the questions, but I'm seeing them. Okay, because I'm kind of Nani on the bat phone. She texts me and she says, "Does me pointing out these questions help?" Because I'm trying to do this and I'm hearing bing.
Yeah, I'm hearing it
bing,
too.
Bing. And I'm like, well, wait, hold on, let me.
She went salsa the like button.
Oh, that's okay. Let me see. I remember, if I remember, Doc's office is at North King Street on Richard Lane in Kalihi. Is that correct?
it's
Not
on
Richard.
North King Street. It's like close to back to Bannister Street. I get Gulick. It's like close
Gulick
to
Avenue.
Gulick and North King
Yeah,
Street.
right next
Yeah.
to Gulick Avenue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I go there early sometimes, and that's when that Gulick Avenue thing I shot. I shot it before I had an appointment with doctor. Yeah.
Well, you had a little hoverboard or something like that.
Yeah,
Little
it's
single
called a
wheel.
one wheel. Yeah, that
one
little
wheel
one
thing.
wheel
Yeah,
thing. That's going. And your security guard busted me big time.
For the one wheel?
Well, what happened was I rode to the parking lot because I was goofing around, and then I rode to the elevator, which is 15, 18 feet. And hey, you can't ride that thing here. And I went, well, I just went from there to here. And you know what he said to me? He goes, well, what if someone opens a door and you whack your face? And I go, what door between here and the elevator? He goes, okay, never mind that. What if? I went, no, let's go back to the door thing. Oh, and he hates my guts now. Oh, I know, but anyway,
Yeah,
let's do another
he's like that.
episode here. Okay.
Segment
All
3.
right.
So we're gonna go here. This is purple lava. Hopefully I can find it. I'm leaving it on extra long.
No, there's the inside of Barney's mouth.
Open wide and just relax.
You know, that's pretty funny because there's
Okay, here we go.
all right.
And I'm here, and then I'm gonna start the timer. And this is 3, right? This is, okay, you know what? I'll hold it up here so
there
that
we
we
go.
can see
That
it.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
we can hold it up here. And we'll start. Oh man, I gotta tell you what, gang, you have got to join us on the live chat because
Please.
what goes on during the commercial breaks, OMG. Should I use my
Madness.
fancy graphic?
The madness.
Whoa! There we go.
You get to see the behind the scenes in the studio, how we make this TV show.
Right, and how we tortured Dr. Russell Masunaga, our guest.
Yeah, but if you guys have any questions, go ahead and email Andy at...
Oh, what? Email me? No, don't. That's my email address. Oh,
Yeah.
questions about the show.
Yeah, in general.
Not
in
about
general.
dentistry.
Or we can translate, because he is the dentist of the Daily Pigeon.
He is the official dentist. In fact, I'm going to him now, so you get off my case. Hey, Doc, how are you, man?
I'm good, thanks. Having a
we
great
have
time.
We have some questions. Let me see. Here's a question from Kenny Roberts again. Remember, he was asking another question, but here he is asking, what really made you feel that you should become a dentist?
That's a good question.
Okay. I have 14 dentists in my family.
Oh,
What?
My father, my uncles, my brother, my cousins, my brother's wife, their another cousin and his wife and their son, and there's somebody on Maui, someone on the Big Island. Yeah, we have 14 dentists in our family, and it's interesting because I try to count them all. I'm always stuck at like number 13. And I'm like, oh wait, that's me. I'm the last one. I'm number 14.
Wow.
does
Yeah, so
Masunaga
anyway.
mean dentist in Japanese?
But
Yeah.
no. So seriously, what happened was I was at UCLA and I was studying philosophy. That was my major.
Oh, wow.
And then when I was about like my third year in philosophy, I was thinking about going into politics or law or something like that.
Yeah.
And then my dad just said, "Why don't you just become a dentist?" And I remember saying this to my future wife at the time. I said, "I'll go to dental school. How hard can that be?" Right?
How hard can that be?
How
But
hard
you know
can
what?
that be?
It was. You're telling me it wasn't
It
an
was
easy.
pretty hard though.
It wasn't an easy transition from philosophy.
Oh, ew.
Okay, let's do some questions here. Okay, and here's one. Darlene S says, "That's what my dentist says too. Flossing is so important." Okay, and here Selena says, "If you could choose a caffeine that's healthy for teeth, tea or coffee."
Huh?
If you could choose
I heard
a
the question.
caffeine.
I heard the question.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm sorry. You mean you were doing this
Oh.
here?
Maybe she's thinking. Yeah. Okay. So maybe she's thinking in terms of like the stains, like between coffee stains and tea stains. If that's what she meant by getting a caffeine fix, like I want something like that. Like so that falls
Well,
into
you know,
the lines of
well,
eating
hold on.
red chocolate, red
Let
wine,
me hold on,
chocolate,
hold
coffee.
on, hold
Yeah.
on.
Got it.
But she may be asking also, about the effect on the gums, tea or coffee, and probably the staining at the same time.
I think I don't recall any studies being done on the effects of caffeine on the gums and the teeth. There are
Okay.
lots of studies on nicotine, because nicotine itself from cigarette smoking or
Yeah.
from vaping and stuff reduces the vascularity around the gums, and so you start getting some really unhealthy situations because your gums just aren't getting enough blood, and so they start to shrink and recede away. But as far as caffeine, I mean, if somebody else out there has some other answer that's not like some weird internet answer, then I'd be happy to kind of look into that. I'll look into it at the next break, and then we'll come back. We'll have an answer. We got to go away for this real quick commercial. We'll be right back. I'm kidding.
We need to take a break for a Google search. Okay, you think about that, and again, you don't. We're not saying you have all the answers. We're just, they're asking the question. Watts 45 wants to know, can I whiten the teeth in my bridge? I have 4-tooth bridge, or are those bridge teeth a permanent color?
Okay, when it comes to staining your smile, you have two kinds of stains. You have extrinsic stains, or stuff that's just piled on top, like eating Oreos, drinking coffee, and the surface just gets dirty and dirtier. Go for dental cleaning, scrape it all off, and then your teeth are going to be cleaner and whiter. But now, if you're getting into the second stain, which is what we call intrinsic stains, those are stains that are actually soaked into the teeth. Now, porcelain and glass materials like that, they have a permanent, there's no intrinsic staining to them. So there's only taking off the external stain. So so cleaning your teeth will work. But if you get a whitening session, it's only going to get it back to what it was before. It's never going to whiten. Like if you got teeth done and you got it done in like one shade, because for whatever reason, maybe it wasn't even your choice, but you got it done in one shade, and now he said, I want it whiter, you have to change the bridge. You can't whiten the whole bridge, yeah.
Okay. Oof.
So you just stuck with that color.
Well, unless, basically.
You go get another paint job.
Go down to Mako, right? Okay, we got a couple minutes left here, and Keone Nunes says, is implants with ceramic posts better than the metal ones?
Ooh, tough question. The ceramic implants are used for extremely what we call aesthetic or need to look nice areas, like your front teeth. Because the metal posts, if you put them in, sometimes there's a little gray that actually shows up through the bone, through the gums, and it leaves that sort of like a light grayish color. If you use the porcelain implants, you don't have that. The gum is and the bone, the implants are the same color as the bone, and then the tooth is porcelain. And it looks great. It doesn't happen. But porcelain implants can break. They can break. Andy, do you remember an incident where you were like pulling off a toolbox once?
And from this closet right here, and this metal thing went bang and knocked my tooth out right there.
Yeah,
snapped it.
If you had an implant, it probably would have been okay, but because you didn't, it can still break, even though it was a natural tooth. And so if you had a porcelain implant, it could still break again.
Wow, too much. Well, I'll tell you what. I still have more questions here, and when we come back, we're going to see if we can get to all of them. Now, this is segment 3, so we have 3 more segments.
Yep.
So bring us your questions, gang. You're doing a great job answering them. By the way, one before, anyway, whoever was asking about the tea and coffee, she goes, I feel bad. I was just asking about stains.
Yeah, that's what I.
Well, hold on. We're going to be right back with more of this after this quick break. Oh, I hate doing that to you, but if I don't break it right there, naturally. Right, Doc? Then what I have to do is go back and edit you out and figure, and it just takes hours. It really does. Okay, this is Backslate 3.
You didn't you didn't do that 2-person thing that you said you were going to do.
Well, I thought you. When I start ending up like that, I thought you were. Anyway, yeah, my bad.
No worries, James. You're being awfully quiet.
I want the questions answered. I'm supervising, making sure you answer correctly, and so far you're doing a great job.
Okay, thanks.
I need more Oreo questions, and then I'll jump in.
Yeah, well, it's great. I've been having a great time being a dentist these 30 years, so There's up
Well,
times, there's
that'll
down
be my
times, but
that'll be my first question. Let me see if I'm going to go back to the regular. See, what I can do is I can grab certain questions and put them in another file so I can go to there. So if you have questions, gang, I should have said add, Q colon so I know it's a question right away. But I'm not that buttoned up.
That sounds like an album you're saying that. I've been enjoying myself being a dentist for 30 years. My next
that
album.
sounds pretty.
Yeah, here I hear Johnny Rocks Hollywood has one here. Let me see if I missed any. Yeah, there we go. Right on, man. And so, oh, here, Kenny has a question about crackheads' teeth. And you know what?
Oh God, meth
Russ
mouth,
actually
yeah.
knows a little bit about that because we had a very
Yeah.
interesting conversation about that. In fact, let's get to it.
Segment 4 should be about crack teeth.
Yeah, yeah. What happens
Meth,
when you
meth, it's
crack
called meth mouth. Yeah.
meth mouth?
Meth
There you go.
mouth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real thing.
a
Okay, this
cartoon
is 4,
character.
right? This is
Correct.
4. Okay, so I have the purple lava up there, and then we're
then?
gonna do. This is 4. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, and we started. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for rejoining the Daily Pigeon Live. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And we have a special guest, our dentist, Dr. Russell Masunaga. And we have a lot of questions for you, Russell. Are you ready?
Gee.
Oh yes.
that was tentative. That was tentative. But I tell you what, Hani Kaulani wants to know, why do dentists ask questions when they have their hands in your mouth?
It's actually it's an interesting skill set to be able to talk with people and ask them questions but it's not an open-ended question. In other words, it's not like, so what do you think about blah? It would always be like, and so and so and so and so happened. I really think that was terrible. Don't you agree? So you have that yes or no sort of thing. It's not an open-ended question. So yeah. So we're pretty good. We're pretty good at that. Some patients just talk around all the stuff in their mouth. They're like, I can't understand. I just go, okay.
Yeah. How do you feel the dentist, the dinosaurs really died? Kenny Roberts says, so that's why crackheads no more grill. Oh, that's actually a pretty good question because remember when we talked about meth mouth?
Meth mouth.
Yeah.
Explain what that is so we know.
Well, crystal methamphetamine, of course, if you're, I mean, I don't want to say it's epidemic, but I mean, it is epidemic. And you've been living in Hawaii long enough, we're now going a different way. We're going towards fentanyl and stuff like that. But for a while there, ice is like super addictive. It's very, very easy to get. It's relatively inexpensive. But what happens is the ingredients in that smoke, as they're smoking, and the fact too that their mouth gets dry, the salivary glands dry up. 3, they eat a lot of candy and stuff like that to get that energy. And 4, they just have dental neglect. They just don't bother to brush their teeth and floss and things like that.
Yeah.
Leads to something called meth mouth. And that's when every single tooth is black and has cavities and cannot be restored. Now, it's very troubling and sad because my patients, some of them, they come in, they're like 16, 17 years old, and then they're not smiling at all. They're
No
like,
teeth?
and then they open their mouth. It's all meth. It's all meth mouth. Every tooth needs to be extracted, and they need a set of dentures. And
At
I did
17.
a project with, Project Hope for the meth mouth things, and one of the largest things was the cost of dentistry for meth mouth users, so people who have gone already to the point where all their teeth need to be pulled out, is like $5,000 for extractions and putting in new dentures. And you're 17 years old with new dentures. But I will tell you, the 1 or 2 cases that we did where we went to full completion, the next time the kid came in, they were smiling. I mean, it was just like they went from kind of person to, hey, how's everything? They dressed differently. They were smiling differently. And it was a really big eye opener to me too, to that engagement that wow, this person can kind of start their life over again,
Yeah.
applying to things and stuff. So that's meth mouth, and that's the solution. It's hard to do,
Okay.
but get through
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Got it. Darlene S. here wants to know, I was wondering if the chemicals used in the whitening strips or the Q-tips you mentioned, if it gradually wears the enamel down, how harsh are those?
I'm going to say offhand, without looking at all the different products that you might be talking about, if you go with a whitening product that is American Dental Association approved and ADA approval seal, it's like the Good Housekeeping seal or the Better Business seal, the product will not damage your teeth.
Yeah.
Now, there are other products out there that you might buy from Japan or the Philippines or Mexico or someplace that actually will put in some harder chemicals that might actually erode the teeth and the enamel. But
Wow.
any ADA approved product in the United States should not do that. Should not be
Okay.
damaging to it. It
There
just
we go.
it drains out the intrinsic stains I was talking about before, just like soap does to oil.
Okay, I got it. It says here, Darlene says, that's nice, you helped, right? Okay, let me go back to the ones I've saved here. And Off D Hook says, coconut oil really does whiten teeth and takes away halitosis. What's your opinion on that?
The whole coconut emulsification thing, I remember looking at this maybe about 10 years ago and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if it works. I've not seen any research, once again, ADA type research done on that to suggest. I, I don't think it can be harmful because using coconut oil is not a harmful chemical. And two, somebody who's using that are obviously taking care of their teeth and their halitosis and
aha,
all that. They're just using some other. It's just like if somebody says, "Oh, I'm using like baking soda to like brush my teeth." Is that bad? Nah, because you're brushing your teeth with baking soda. People did that for like 100 years.
yeah,
So same thing with the coconut oil. Now I kind of I want to say I did try it, but that was about 10 years ago, and
mm-hmm.
I still have the bottle of coconut oil in my
Okay,
cabinet
got it,
because I was just like,
got it.
whoa.
Okay, you answered that one. I got to cut him off because he'll go on and on about coconut for
I know.
a half an hour later about here. But Johnny Rocks Hollywood wants to know, so can you get porcelain implants for your back teeth, not just the front? And also, how about that purple toothpaste? Is that for real? So, implants for the back
Okay.
and purple toothpaste.
Okay, implants for the back, yes. I mean, unless you're
Okay.
a grinder, if you have a bad habit of grinding your teeth at night,
Yeah.
putting in porcelain and things like that in the back teeth can actually break because they're porcelain. They're not like gold, like
Yeah.
a hammerable material. So if you're grinding your teeth, you do need to do things like, and as Johnny knows, you put in some Botox and stuff like that. Your
Yeah.
grinding goes away. Then we can put that in, but then you still need
Okay.
to keep up that Botox every like once a year or twice a year. And I
Yeah.
forgot the second question.
Purple is the purple
Toothpaste.
toothpaste.
Oh,
I got 30 seconds left.
okay. I have no idea what a purple toothpaste is.
It's
I'll
toothpaste
have
that's
to.
purple.
Yeah. It
I
probably
don't know.
tastes. It probably tastes
Okay.
grape.
Yeah, like
Okay, here, Guchikawa. Okay, I got 20 seconds to answer this question. How about baking soda? Is it okay?
Yeah, as I just said, if you choose to brush with baking soda, why? Because you're out of toothpaste or you just decide you wanted to try it, you go ahead and brush with that. I think it's perfectly okay. It
We'll
might be
be
a
right
little bit
back
more
with more
abrasive.
questions after this. I know,
Bye
see
bye.
what I mean? Fast. Yeah, okay, and this is
Backslate 4.
4, 4. Okay, wait, hold on. You weren't on camera when you did that, so let's backslate 4.
There it
There
is.
we go. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Doc? Don't feel like you can't just go. Yeah, purple. I don't know. You know what I
No.
mean? Because
I want to
But
know
I was
more
gonna say,
about this meth mouth.
yeah. Well,
yeah.
you know what? I remember one time and this is for my, my general practitioner, my doctor. I walked in there, and I said to him one time, how come you never ask me if I smoke cigarettes? And he said to me, you don't have to ask people. They come in here, you immediately know if they smoke.
Oh, wow.
And Dr. Masunaga said the same thing to me about one time. He says, people, I don't do drugs. He says, you open somebody's mouth and you got basically their whole history gone.
Like
Am I wrong?
Forensic science going
No,
on over here.
Yeah. No, the mouth is a book to the body. The mouth is a first sign of somebody's overall health. You ever heard of the phrase, don't look a gift horse in the mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you can tell the age of the horse by looking at their teeth. You can see how much they've ground down, what kind of health they might have if their tongue is all like hung out and dry. But if you look they say a gift horse, because that means somebody's giving it to you. And then you go, well, I wonder if I look at the teeth. Oh my God, this horse is like 15 years old. And it's just like,
just accept the gift and carry on. Basically.
Exactly.
Well, no, the other side of that is maybe you don't want that horse. You know what I mean? A gift or otherwise, because like dentists have a saying, don't look a 17-year-old crack addict in the mouth.
So is it the meth? Is it the meth that's deteriorating the teeth, or is it the cavity getting meth and acting different because the cavity has meth?
Let me guess, okay, Russ. It's that meth killing the gums.
It's the combination. There's like battery acid and stuff in meth, all right? So so it's that, and as I mentioned before, it has to do with the combination of factors: the diet, the neglect.
Yeah.
Because I'm picturing cavities as like a little monster inside your mouth. So when you give that little monster some meth, they work overtime and just destroy all your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah. Once that enamel shell, when it comes to teeth, you have a hard white enamel shell. Once that shell is broken, your teeth are like eggs. So it's like having an enamel, like the shell of the egg crack. That's like having a cavity. Now suddenly it's like, this egg is going to go bad really soon. We got to do something about this egg because the enamel is cracked. That's a cavity.
The born on date.
Right. So like what I was talking about, the
remineralization. So this coming up is segment 5, right?
Correct.
Got it.
Okay.
Let me just put this in there.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me give you the full shot so you can pimp out one of. He gets free water and free shirts for being on this show.
But let me just say that another good thing to do, other than flossing may be the best thing, but is to rinse your mouth and rinse it with Hawaii volcanic water.
Especially if you're in Mexico.
Hawaii volcanic water, which is naturally alkaline. And this bottle here that has the raised, island chain on the side here.
For blind people.
Yeah, so they go, oh, that's not a Texas bottle. It's recyclable. This has been recycled. So be Pono, do what's right, and save planet Earth. Oh, I almost spilled some on my beautiful shirt.
What? Where did it come from?
This shirt here, from Oahu Gulf Apparel.
Yes.
.com.
So handsome.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's light. It breathes. And you know what? It's made for somebody my size. This is a 6 extra large, Andy.
Wow.
6 extra large. They also have medium for you regular folks. But
we're taking him off camera. He's completely sold out, Doc.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here, I have a question. I have a question, Doc. Do you always dress at home, ready to go to the office?
Unfortunately, when you work in dentistry as much as I do and everything, the only clothes I have that fit are like scrubs.
Because I was thinking maybe people call and say, "Hey, listen, I got an emergency. Could you meet me down there?" Okay, let's do this is segment 5, right?
This is segment 5, sir.
We're going to do segment 5. We're going to come back. I have more questions queued up. A lot of you people, I'm not throwing the questions on the screen here because I want to save them for when Doc is. So I have I got 4 questions here. A couple good ones. A lot of people are asking about implants versus dentures. So I'm not asking you those because I think we kind of answered that, right? Or do you want to
Yeah.
answer that one? Implant versus dentures.
Not really.
Okay.
I really think that that's already been done a lot on commercial TVs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And if you're at that level already, they should actually just talk to their dentist
Yeah.
directly.
Okay. Oh, that's a great answer. Okay. So we're doing 5. We're going here. Hang on, Doc. Okay. And this is.
Do that first.
Oh, yeah. Boom. We got Barney's mouth.
Yep.
Okay. And then we go here and let's slate it with 5. Okay. There we go. We started here. This is segment 5. This is still 8 minutes, and we started. And we're back with dentistry guest Dr. Russell Masunaga. And we have some questions queued up. If you have any, right, you can send them to Dr. Russell Masunaga. His office is in Kalihi. I'll ask him for his office phone number in just a sec, because we're on TV now. Asking me won't get you any help.
Nope.
Any other questions, though, you can send to info@bumatai.com.
I'm like
Okay?
Vanna White here.
Oh, there you go. And this is Russell Masunaga himself, dentist of the stars. I know you hate that.
No, who told me that once was Charlie Memminger. Do you remember Charlie Memminger?
Oh, sure.
Columnist.
I still talk to him.
Yeah, he said that once in this column. I think I was answering his question about what to do with the coqui frogs. The coqui chirp frogs. So I told him I wrote to him and I said we should make coqui crunch out of it, and then then people would go catch them and deep fry them and throw them in the shoyu. And so he started off by saying, Dr. Russell Masunaga, dentist to the stars. And also the dentist on the radio, because he's the only dentist on the radio. So I forgot exactly how he put it, but I was just like,
can you read that?
Okay, that's cool.
Can you read that?
No, I can't see it actually.
Oh, okay. It says, I seen one cute daughter in the background, Dr. Russell.
Okay, where are they? Whispering.
There you go.
All right. They were so excited about this show. My little one is just like on TV. She changed her dress. She changed her dress 3 times already.
Oh, there she is. There she is. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, how you there, pretty girl? Aloha. Welcome on. There's the other one, too.
Say hello.
2 dancers. Come on.
Right here. Gotta put your head right here.
Yeah, there you
say
go.
hi.
Here, no, wait, here. I'll go to the full shot.
There we go.
I'll go to the full shot. There they are. There it does it. And what nice teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings me to this question. Hey, Doc, it brings me to this question here. A Watts 45, great question. He says, have you ever worked on your own teeth?
I have worked on my own teeth only. This is okay. So I cracked a tooth skiing. It was just like some spring vacation, like maybe 20 something years ago or something. I cracked my tooth skiing and it was hurting so bad that I actually went to the dental office, took out the anesthetics, and gave myself a shot. Wow. And I kept enough anesthetic that I kept doing that until I could make an appointment with like an endodontist, or I forgot what specialist I went to go see like the next day, because it was really, and I was like really desperate, because anybody who's been in dental pain knows how terrible that dental pain can be. It's like throbbing and stuff like that. So
it's I remember you were working on my front teeth. I think it might have been when I blew that tooth out, with the closet accident, and you turned to me and you said, okay, Andy, this is the most painful shot in dentistry. Are you ready? I'm like, oh man, that's an introduction. Or no, you know what? I take that back. You gave it to me and you said that was the most painful. You took it like a man. Because I was like, here's a question. I got to tell you, I love these questions. Hanakaulani says, how many times have you been bitten?
Twice. I know this exactly really well. I've been bitten twice. Once by a 10-year-old who was just screaming and stuff like that. And I actually had to kind of thwack them not their mouth. I twacked him on the arm, and he went, "Ow!" And then I got my finger out. 'Cause I need I need my fingers, right?
Wow.
And then once in a while, we'll have a patient that like falls asleep in the dental
What?
chair. They're just because it passed out, and we're doing like some long procedure, like a root canal or something like that. And then they will like go, and then like they'll bite down. I'm like, "Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up!" That hurts. But it's only been I've been practicing for 35 years. Knock on wood.
Not
Only
bad.
twice.
Here, Miles from Boston says, I had a dental pain so bad for about a week. I walked around kicking brick walls to make my toe hurt worse than my mouth. Oh my
Yeah,
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 that
yeah,
dental pain is serious. Like I've tried cloves and put it
yeah.
where the toothache is, and that kind of helped.
Clove clove oil is why everybody says all dental offices smell the same, because that clove oil is really strong. It's clove oil, so it like when you open up the bottle, it's like it gets into the room. But it has an analgesic property on it. It's sort of like the oral kind of rubs that you can put on your
The
teeth for
ambisol.
Yeah,
toothing.
like
Ambasols, right? It's like
Ambisol, that's what it
Ambisol.
is. But you know what
Yeah.
I've heard, James, is what's better than cloves when you have tooth pain like that is to go to the dentist.
Like
Yeah,
actually
that
go
helps
to
a
them.
lot.
Actually, just go there. Let me ask you this, Doc.
Yeah.
How many people wait till their tooth hurts before they go to the dentist? I mean,
Well,
go ahead.
no. That's a great question because James was saying, when people think about dentistry, they
Yeah.
associate dentistry with pain. Okay, like a tremendous, but that pain often is not from what we're doing to them. It is maybe once in a while, but for most part, they have a toothache that's so bad, and they don't want to see the dentist, so they wait 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Maybe it'll
Oh,
go away, and then
Yeah.
sometimes
maybe it'll go.
it does go away, and then like it comes back again, and then by the time they see me or us, we take the tooth out, and they're like, "Wow, I wish it came last month when the tooth
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
really beginning to hurt." I said,
Okay,
"Yeah,
here's I
because
got
when we
I
do
got
work,
three more
it doesn't hurt."
questions. I got to cut you off
Surely.
because I got three more questions. I want to get to most of them. Devin said, I was always told that you could not reverse tooth
Tooth decay.
decay. I had a slight cavity. 2 checkups ago, I found a Japanese toothpaste that had rematerialized the spot on and my next checkup. Any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm just back to the question. I guess that people are just joining in and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
we can talk about it again. But that has to do. Think of the tooth as an egg, right? We talked about that just recently.
Yeah.
When you crack the shell of an egg, that's
Yeah.
a cavity, all right. And then what needs to be done is we need to go in and we need to fix it. So we put bandages on it, or we take the shells out. But if the damage on the egg doesn't go through the shell, which means it's a very small fracture. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even through the shell. Then you can remineralize your teeth with that toothpaste.
Wow, that's amazing. Let's see what. No, I think we're all right. Okay. No, we have about 20 seconds. I'm trying to
Okay.
think if it says Matt. I don't know. My question, and when we come back, I want to ask you this: how many people get in the chair and actually like the procedure? Because Mad Statter here says I
Okay.
don't mind getting shots. We'll be right back, and he'll answer that question. Get ready.
You'll like it.
Did I make it? Kinda. Okay.
That's 5 down.
Okay. Five down, and
How? One more
we.
segment, and then we're done.
Yeah. The next segment is 6.5 minutes. Okay. So we're
Okay.
gonna go to Barney first, and then I gotta take this, and change the timer to 6.5.
Devin's question you have on twice. You already asked, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I have to reset this. Timer, all this clunky stuff. If we had a producer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, and I can't show you my setup, Russell, because the down cam for some reason has decided not to work today. But we have the whole setup, and you can see I'll count them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens I'm looking at. Not
Oh no! Wow.
not to mention all the dials and buttons that run them. You know. Okay.
Is this some
So
of your equipment from the In the Car show when you
yeah,
had a lot of
the
those windows up?
cameras, but the cameras are, but the other stuff I had to buy specifically for this, and a lot of it was the Hamajang gang. You know, people make donations, and when I get save enough money up from the donations, then I buy a new piece of equipment. You know.
I have a pigeon question for you. What does hamajang mean? I say it all the time,
Oh,
meaning like it's all messed up, but I don't really know.
yeah, Hamajang is an old Pidgin term, and it means disorganized or all mixed up or all messed up. If you take a sock drawer and throw it on the ground and kick all the socks around, that bug, oh, Hamajang, right? So the
Okay.
Hamajang gang is a bunch of people who are all mixed up because we all kinds of
All over the country.
Yeah.
Kapakahi.
And then here, wait a minute. Let me try to find that, Nani. Oh man, where's that question? He says, Kevin Frazier had a help me find this, a question about a CPAC machine.
Right there on the bottom.
Right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, just look for his face.
Yeah, I know. That's how I recognize people. If they change their avatar and I don't know who they are anymore.
Like Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Darlene S. says, good you got a good dentist, Keone Newhouse. They can help keep the mouth healthy and avoid big, bad teeth issues. Yeah. Well, I think that is the trick, right? And, you know, and when he's your friend, it's almost embarrassing. How you doing, Eddie? I'm doing great. Let's go smoke some cars. Oh, I asked how the show's going. That's fine. Hey, listen, am I going to see you sometime soon here at the office? Yeah, I know. But, you know, I'm fairly good at it. I could use, you know, I guess everybody could go to the dentist more, you know. I love going to the dentist. My cleaning only takes 20 minutes. Wow.
She probably flosses.
No, the brother just get one jackhammer. Just relax, Devin. Yeah.
So you just put it against the neck and it just shakes the mouth and everything falls out? Or?
Well, you know what? I got to tell you, though, that there are times, and, you know, I mean, my joke is I have more bridges than Madison County, right? You know, thanks to him. I will say in public right now, Russell Masanaga saved my mouth because, you know, when I had a dentist before that put all these weird caps and I can't believe I let him do this, but he said, we're going to make your teeth bigger because you're on stage and you'll be able to see, you know, people will be able to see your smile from farther away. And I went, yeah, okay. And then he put these like prehistoric caps up there with, you know, and you see these early pictures of me and I look like Snaggletooth Tiger, you know what I mean? And then I had real problems with them because of the what they were made of, and that's when, you know, I ran into Russell, and he saved me, you know. So I'm just,
you know, that, and
in your mouth.
It's pretty common. It's actually a pretty common thing because the big teeth thing was really big during the 80s, where they had designed things where perfect symmetrical analysis, and this is how big your teeth should be, and stuff like that. So I've done a
chiclet teeth.
You know, yeah. You remember? Do you know BET, Big Every Time?
Sure.
It's like a man. So one of them had his was all like, it wasn't gold. It was actually brass, and they were big, and I had to replace that thing. I was just like, whoa! I actually have it in a framed picture with him. It's just like, here's his teeth. Here's his new teeth.
Wow.
But I remember you said you wanted to be a businessman now. You don't want to be the performer anymore, and you know, it was just like...
Now that worked out well.
Hey.
Okay, let's see. You know, and we're gonna come back, and again, this is the last segment. It's only 6.5 minutes. It's gonna fly by, and we're gonna start with the question: how many people get into the dentist chair and go, "Oh, you're gonna give me a shot, right? Ooh, okay." You know what I mean? Because, and I'll tell you how I know. Let's go for it. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna go here, right? And then this is 6.
Yeah.
You know, this is probably a better way to slate this.
This might be because you see the fingers.
Yeah, you can, and I can do mine so they kind of look as big as yours. Yeah. Okay. And then then we do that, and then I'll go here, and then I'll start this, and I can't tell you how many people are commenting, what an interesting episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. You're watching the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And our special guest is dentist Dr. Russell Masunaga. Hi, Russ. Thanks for being here.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. It's great.
You've answered so many interesting questions here. Mad Statter said, I don't mind getting shots in my gums. It feels kind of good, like scratching a hard-to-reach itch. So my question is, how many people get in that chair and go, you're going to give me a shot, right? Are you going to drill? Ooh, neat, ooh, neat.
Yikes.
Anyone?
Well, I don't want to break any HIPAA things, but I can tell you well, aside from the people who want nitrous oxide, they're always going to want to come to the dentist. Get nitrous. But aside from them, there were two people that I had. One I just remembered from easily 30 years ago. But when he got his teeth cleaned by the dental hygienist, he started to like rub himself. And so my hygienist had to get up and come to me and goes, Doc, I can't work on him. This is too weird for me because he's like
weird.
He's
wow.
like, look at him. And he was there and he was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll do the rest of the cleaning.
Oh, that's too weird. Yeah, welcome to Dentistry Hub. By the way,
there's one more.
Go ahead. Don't lose your thought, but I want to bring this up before I forget. This is a good episode. Who knew dentist could be so exciting? Oh, gives Tia Carrera, I'm saying it right now, a run for her money. Yeah, I'm sure.
She's worried.
She's very worried about Dr. Russell Masunaga. Yes. Anyway, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You were saying.
Number two.
Oh, yeah. And the second one was this young lady. She came in. She needed a dental shot. And as I was giving her her shot, which was the same shot I gave you, Andy, the most painful shot, she just went, like that. And I was like, I stopped. I was like, are you okay? She goes, no, feels good. Feels like I'm doing drugs. Oh,
what was she a drug addict? Was she a drug addict?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So she associated the needle.
She just liked it. Yeah.
She liked it.
Interesting.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I remember one time.
Interesting.
You were doing a procedure on me one time, and you had some kind of laser thing going, and you said, "Okay, Andy, before we do this, you'll smell some smoke, and that will be you." You said, or I asked you, "What am I smelling?" Oh, it's you burning. Oh, no.
Can I just say that having patients like you two guys is like really, really fun and very, very challenging, to keep things interesting and stuff like that and keep things fun for you guys, because it's like, okay, but we do that for almost all of our patients. Yeah. Many of our patients actually, they walk in and they just like, I've never heard so much laughter in a dental office before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've had great times in your office. Remember that time I came in with the camera and we shot my root canal? And I put it up on the internet, and people are going, "What?" I couldn't believe it. Or the 360 camera thing that I did one time. And
yeah. Well, so long as you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Oh, yeah, we had so much fun. Here, Kevin Frazier has another question, and he says, question, does CPAP machine affect tooth decay?
Yes. I'm going to say offhand, what a CPAP machine is, and this is for people who are not using a CPAP machine, is an artificial device. It's almost like a snorkeling device attached to oxygen tanks for people who have sleep apnea. And so they need their teeth to be slightly separated so they don't snore themselves to death, and oxygen is coming in. What happens then is that the teeth then are exposed to that super dry environment, and it doesn't have... Your saliva and your spit actually protect your teeth. Your saliva and your spit has chemicals in it and proteins in it and minerals in it. If your teeth don't get that, let's say even if you have a dry mouth when you sleep every night, you got to get up, drink some water and things like that, you can get dental disease. You can start to get what we call root caries or cavities down along the gum line, simply because their body's giving up against the CPAP machine. And so the way that we treat that is that we give fluoride treatments, and then we give home fluoride treatments and say, okay, you should do this like for 1 minute every day. I know it's a big extra deal. Holding fluoride in your mouth for a minute is really, really hard. If anybody's tried to actually do the whole drink the mouthwash and hold it for a minute, that's really, really tough to do. But if they
Yeah.
have, you're on a CPAP machine, you should do that, and that will help prevent any sort of cavities.
Wow.
Okay, hey, Doc. You know, before I forget, why don't you tell us your phone number at the office, okay? In case anyone wants to get in touch with you, your address, your phone number, the full. Where do we find you?
Okay, it's Ohana Dental Center, also Russell Masunaga DDS, and it's at 2153 North King Street, 322, Kalihi 96819. Phone number 808 848 8880. A lot of eights. I didn't even ask for that number. I just got it when I got my phone. I was like, wow,
After
that's
you
a lot
ate,
of
you go
eights.
see the dentist.
But yeah.
Well,
So
I'll tell you what.
that's it.
Hey, you know, judging by the comics here, you know, like Hana Kaulani here saying awesome guest, and people saying who thought a dentist could be so interesting. Thank you so much. And for everyone watching on the Daily Pigeon, this is the kind of guest we want, you know? Interesting. Thanks for being here, Russ.
You're
Aloha.
welcome, and thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Perfect.
Perfect. He hit the post.
He hit the post right there. Oh,
Well,
Mina.
We're still live with the internet, Russell.
on the- we're
keep your shirt on.
Got it.
Okay. Keep your shirt on.
Because he had the look in his face like, oh, okay, we're finally done.
I take my shirt off, hang on, la
He's gonna
da.
grab his can of water.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just wearing shorts, so I was like, well,
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
managed to
Ellen
get the
says,
camera
I
down.
remember that address. You my dentist, doc. Is she actually a client? Wait. Cute question
Ellen,
from Darlene. Darlene had a cute question. She said, do you take emergency patients, say like a tourist who has a sudden issue?
yeah, interestingly enough, my location, even though it's like in Kalihi and stuff like that, we have like lots of free parking. We're close to the airport.
Yeah.
We're close to the airport and close to the cruise ships. And so, for whatever reason, over the course of the years, I've gotten people referred to me. They call their friends or something like that. And so, we just saw one pretty recently. But yeah, we see emergencies. You know, pain is a number one issue in my practice. And so, we'll see emergencies first. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a situation with my friend, and I put on Facebook, my friend's looking for, and Doc was nice enough to say, hey, if your friend's in a lot of pain, give him my phone number.
Send it my way. Yeah, that's great. And Miles, aka Medium 7 Up, you're pretty cool, Doc.
Thanks.
Look at this. Kalihi is a totally convenient location for tourists, not a hard place to find. And you can go visit Gulick Avenue Dumpster when you're there. Well, that's kind of an inside joke. I did that video where we went through Gulick Avenue, and we started off on this riff about we started counting the dumpsters, and then we decided that we needed a dumpster queen, right? And that was Mad Statter, and we got into this whole riff about the Gulick Avenue dumpster queen. And anyway, so that's what she's making reference to. But yes, he is. I'm not exaggerating. 100 feet from Gulick Avenue, that's where his parking lot. Just don't ride a one wheel into the parking lot, or you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, David, he all starts like that, and then you become his best friend afterwards.
No,
he
he was a nice guy. I was just like, oh, Bram, just And what he wants me to do is stop, pick up this 40-pound thing I'm riding, and walk, 28 feet when then there's nobody around. I'm going, bro, I'm just, I stop. Well, you've seen me on that thing. I'm not. I get it. He's used to like kids on skateboards doing wild stuff. I said, bro, I'm 70 years old. I promise you I won't be doing any ollies over old ladies, because
Well, we're in Kalihi, so we got a lot of homeless people, crazy people, people competing with you for the dumpster. I mean, you get there too late. There's like nothing left. I mean,
dumpster competition.
Why are you
Yeah.
videotaping my house, bro?
Yeah, look at this. Thank you, Miles. I was sensing that as he says, you kind of had to be there for the dumpster moment. I know. Oh, Andy, are you still riding the one wheel? Yeah, when I go to Costco, I park very far away, and then and then I return my cart in the proper place using my little one wheel.
They let you ride it inside Costco?
No, not inside. I don't ride it inside. Inside, I don't have my Apple Watch on now, but I used it to bring up my steps. I know. Oh, look at this here.
Just
Oh
shake
man,
it
yeah,
like
but
this.
yeah, Doc made still a good joke about the dumpster. He is on the joke for sure. Yeah, well. You notice how I carefully didn't mention Oahu, West Oahu aggregate. We got into this thing about, Aussie's West Oahu aggregate. All those other dumpster companies, we made shirts, and it was crazy. Anyway, I go to Dr. Psyche for optometry. I think he's close to Dr. Russ. I wouldn't know.
I think he's downstairs. I think he's the optometrist or the ophthalmologist that's downstairs,
Yeah.
next to Subway. Right next to Subway, there's and I think his name is Scott Psyche. So we're on the third floor.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see where we at. Yep, 4:32. Perfect. Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
There we go. Ooh.
Right on.
Yeah. So again, Russ, thank you so much for being here. This is the groove.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. If you have anybody who might want to punish themselves for past sins and be on our show, please let us know. And did you want to make an appointment?
Yeah, I was hoping I could make an appointment, but should I call now?
You need to.
Or?
You should. No, there's nobody there now. We're off today. Today's my
But-
day off. That's why I'm here with my kids.
Well,
Yeah.
I have
So,
the
yeah,
doctor's cell
tomorrow
number.
morning.
You have the doctor's cell number?
I do. I should just call him right now and say,
See if he answers.
No.
But
I got a whole
give me
bunch
the
of people doing that.
give me
And I
the
always have
office
to tell
phone.
them, just call the office.
yeah.
Give me that office phone number one more time as we go out.
Okay. I mean, like right now.
Yeah.
No, tomorrow.
Yeah. Dr. Russell
80
Masunaga at
808-848-8880. And we're 2153 North King.
There we go. So it's 808. I'll never remember this.
I know, 808-848-8880.
Yeah. So I would have said like
That would
840.
make a heck of a jingle for a commercial. Call 808-848-8808 or whatever. It is.
888.
Wow, you blew my song.
But your song didn't reach the last note, so
Look what he's done to my phone number song, Ma. Okay.
at
But
808.
you guys do this every day?
Yes,
Every
For
weekday.
An hour and a half, 2 hours? Oh my goodness.
every day.
Yes.
That's I mean, I only did my show once a week, but then again, I'm doing dentistry too, so I gotta do that
I was
part.
trying to get the name changed to the Weekly Pigeon, but but I think the Hamajang Gang they deserve the Daily Pigeon.
People say, you do this every day. I mean, how do you get organized every day? And I'm going, you've obviously never seen the show.
Yeah, because every time I come in around 2:30 Hawaii time, and I say, let me see what tornado I'm walking into today is like.
Oh, well, today I was like, could you restart that camera? It's not. Anyway.
Yeah. Most days it's pretty smooth. Today was one of those Menehune wind day.
But you be a
Well-
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's more like a leprechaun thingy, but okay, go on.
No, I was going to say you'd be surprised how many people post comments like, we can hear the cars driving by in the background. Is that your dog barking? Do I hear a washing machine? That kind of stuff. And I'm like, if that sort of stuff bothers you, maybe this isn't the show you should be watching because
I know, I know. Here, I'm just like setting up. I was gonna do it from the office, but I said, nah, I'm too tired. So I just
yeah,
set it up here so you can see my kitchen and my
looks
kids coming
good.
in.
Well, let's take a
It's
nice
fun.
look at that, and look. It looks like you have kids, right?
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Look,
My little 10-year-old and 7-year-old.
and the refrigerator magnets with the pictures. I love it. Ah. All
Yeah,
right, bro. You
yeah.
know what? We're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. And we're going to thank all the
Alrighty.
people who watched us, especially, thanks to Nani Aloha, C. Honda, Ann Ware, and Devin, our moderationists, who, whack-a-mole when people try act scabby in the chat. Thank you so much. Anyone who donated via, Twitch or stars on YouTube or what have you, mahalo nui loa for that. And a special big mahalo nui loa to our guest, Russell Masanaga. Thank you, Doc.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
Okay, I'm going to push the button. Aloha.